Hello, grade 3. Let's continue our math curriculum. Chapter 7. Let's revise together perimeter and area. We studied them in the first term, but we will revise again on them. Here we have a rectangle and here we have a square. In rectangle we have two long sides and two short sides. When we measure them, the long side we call it length. We call the length of the long side length. But in short side we call it width. We call it width. And here in square I can't say length and width. Why? Because all sides are equal. So this side equal to this side, equal to this side, and this side. Let's revise perimeter first. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. The distance around the shape. Around it, when we move from length and width, and length again, and back to width again. This is called perimeter. So, perimeter of rectangle, length plus width plus length plus width. We studied this in the first term. But now, please, here we have length plus width and length plus width. Length plus width repeated 2 times, right? So, I can write them length plus width times 2. Length plus width times 2. This is for rectangle. So the perimeter of rectangle equals length plus width times 2. This should be memorized very well, okay? So it's very important to know these rules and memorize it. The perimeter of square. We said perimeter distance around the shape, so I will say side plus side plus side plus side, right? Here, side repeated how many times? 4, so I can call it repeated addition, right? So I will take side times 4 because it's repeated 4 times. So perimeter of a square is side times 4, side times 4. So we should memorize it very well. Perimeter of a square, side times 4. Let's revise area. We said area, the distance inside the shape. The distance inside the shape, or the space inside the shape. And if I have rows and columns here, I will multiply rows by columns. Okay? But if I don't have rows or columns like this, the area of any rectangle will be length times width. I can't multiply rows by columns, so I will multiply length times width. And also we studied it in the first term. We should memorize it very well. The area of rectangle equals length times width. And here in the square, can I say length times width? No, I don't have length and width. So I will say side times side. This side length times this side length. If it's 4, this side is 4, it means also this is 4. So I will multiply 4 by 4, right? These are our rules. We must memorize them very well. Lesson 66. The connect part. Record what you know about each of these words around the word splashes. The first word is square. What do you know about square? It's a 2D shape. It has 4 equal sides and 4 vertices. And don't forget this word, equal sides. All sides are equal in length. The word number 2, rectangle. What do you know about rectangle? It's a 2D shape. It has 4 sides. 2 are long and 2 are short. It has 4 vertices also. The third word is perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. Lesson 66, apply part. Here we have story problems. We want to solve them. Number 1, you help build a fence for your neighbor's square vegetable garden. This is the garden for your neighbor, okay? You want to help him to build a fence. You know fence? The distance around the shape. Yes. How many meters of fencing will you need? Okay. Use what you already know about sides of a square. Here, I know that all sides of a square are equal. And I wanted to know the fence. Fence means perimeter. The perimeter of a square equals what? We said before, the perimeter of a square is equal what? Side plus side plus side plus side. It means side times 4. Side times 4. And the side here equals what? Equals 5 meters. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 5 times 4 equals 20 meters. Number 2, your neighbor decides to show their appreciation by helping you plant and fence a rectangular garden. They gave you 24 meters of fencing. So the fence is what? 24 meters. We said fence is like what? Fence is like what? Perimeter. Yes. So the perimeter is 24 meters. You want your garden to be 10 meters long. So this is rectangular garden. The length is 10 meters. I want to know this side, which is width. Okay, I wanted to know the width. I know that perimeter equals 24 and the length here 10. Perimeter of rectangle equals what? We said before, the perimeter of rectangle equals length plus width times 2, or length plus width plus length plus width. So this side equals 10 like this, and I don't know this. So 24, which is perimeter, equals what? 10 plus 10 plus, I don't know the width. The 24 perimeter equals 10 plus 10, and I don't know this or this. Okay, so let's try to solve. 24 equals 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 means 20. So 24 equals 20 plus what? Plus 4. 24 equals 20 plus 4. So these two sides equals 4. And I know that these two sides should be equal. Okay, so this 4 can be what plus what? They must be equal. 2 plus 2. So it will be 10 plus 2 plus 10 plus 2, or 10 plus 10 plus 2 plus 2. Okay? Now let's solve these exercises. Work with your own to read and solve problems below. Use any symbol or shape you like to represent unknown numbers. Identify the unknown numbers, then solve the problem with write an equation to show how you solved the problem. Finally, explain your thinking in the box below. Number 1, here we have a rectangle. This rectangle has side length 8 and width 4 centimeter and 8 centimeter. I want to know the perimeter. Perimeter equals the perimeter of rectangle equals length plus width times 2. So I know length which is 8, and width is 4 times 2. 8 plus 2 plus 4 times 2. Length plus width times 2. We solve what between brackets first. We will solve this first because it's between two brackets. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 times 2 from table 2, 24 centimeters. So the perimeter is 24 centimeters. Number 2, we have the perimeter of this square. This is a square and its perimeter is 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters. The perimeter of a square equals what? Side times 4. So side times 4 equal 20 centimeters. So what times 4 equals 20? From table 4, 5. So the side length here equals 5 centimeters. The next one, we have here a rectangle. This rectangle, its perimeter is 22 meters and its width is 4 meters. The rule of perimeter of rectangle. We know the perimeter of rectangle equals length plus width plus length plus width. So length plus width plus length plus width equals 22. So 22 equal length plus width, which is 4, and the length again, and width, which is 4. 22 equals 4 plus 4, which are width, and I don't know length here. So 22 equals 8. 4 plus 4, 8. Plus what here? I don't know. I don't know what here. So I will subtract 20 minus 8. 22 minus 8 to find this length. 22 minus 8 equals 14. Okay. So 22 equals 8 plus 14. 22 equals 8, which 4 plus 4 plus 14. 14 equals what plus what? They are 14. 14 equals what plus what? They are equal 7. So 7 plus 7. So the length is 7 meters. I will write here 7 and 7. Let's move to the challenging part. I want you to know that this challenging part is not very easy, but you can do it. If you focused, you can do it, okay? Now, the first question, he wants you to find the area of all these shapes. I will leave this as a homework for you. You can find the area here, the area of rectangle, length times width, and the area here, side times side, and we know side here, and area here, length times width, and we know width, and this is length, and you can solve it by yourself. But number 2, I will solve with you. Calculate the area of the shape below. I have here a shape. I made this line to divide it into 3 rectangles. This is the first one, and this is the second, and this is the third. He wants me to find the area of all of these, for all of these rectangles. So I will find the area of this shape, of this rectangle, and the area of this rectangle, and the area of this rectangle, and add all of them together. Let's find the unknown sides. This rectangle, I know just length, I don't know width. This like square. This area is like square. And I know that this side is 2. So this will be what? Sure, 2. Okay, 2 centimeters. And this will be what? This is a rectangle, so width here equal width here. This will be 2, and all of this side equal 4. So if this is 2, it will be what? This will be what? All of these distance equal 4 centimeter. So this side equals 2, and this will be also 2. Okay, let's try to solve. This is the first rectangle. I want to find the area of it. The length is 10 and the width is 2. So 10 times 2 equals 20 square centimeter. Don't forget this. The unit of any area is squared. So I will write square centimeter. 2 times 10 square centimeter. The next shape is this rectangle. I want to find the area of this. The area of this rectangle is what? I know the length, which is 4, and the width here will be what? It's like this, right? This is 2, so this is also 2. So it will be 2 times 4 equals 8 square centimeter. The third rectangle, this is blue one. I want to find the area. 2 times 4 or 4 times 2 square centimeter. Let's move to the apply part. Number 1, our story problem. Ali earns 25 LE per week for doing all his chores. On the 4th week, he forgets to take out the trash, so he only earns 20 LE. Write and solve an equation to show how much Ali earns in 4 weeks. So in each week he earns 25, but in the 4th week he earns 20 only. So in the first week 25, in the second week 25, in the third week 25, but in the 4th week only 20. He wants to know how much Ali earns in 4 weeks, in all 4 weeks. So we will add all of them. The total will be 95 LE. You can add ones with ones, or you can add 2 numbers, then add 2 numbers and take the sum here and sum here and add all of them. Number 2, Miss Salma orders 3 packs of markers. Each pack contains 6 markers. So she has 3 packs. Each pack contains 6 markers. After passing out 1 marker to each student, it means she gave each student 1 marker only. She has 2 left. 2 markers left. How many students are in Miss Salma classes? First, I wanted to know how many markers in all. I have 3 packs, and inside each pack I have 6 markers. So the total markers are 3 times 6 equals 18 markers. She gave each student 1 and has 2 left. So the number of students equal 18 minus 2 because she has 2. So the total number of students will be 16 students. Number 3, Basim buys a box containing 18 pieces of fruit. The box includes an equal number of figs, bananas, and oranges. So the total number of fruits are 18 pieces. It includes figs, oranges, and bananas. He eats all figs. So the total number of each kind or type of fruit, I have here the total 18 pieces, and we have 3 kinds. So we will divide this 18 by 3 types to know each type of fruit contains how many pieces. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay, so we have 6 oranges, 6 figs, and 6 bananas. All of them equals 18, but he eats all figs. How many pieces of fruit does Basim have left? He eats all figs, so we don't have figs now. We have only oranges and bananas. So the remainder, or the fruits left with him are, we can say 6 plus 6, right? Because we don't have figs now. We have 6 here for oranges and 6 for bananas. Or we can say 18, the total number, minus 6. And the remainder will be 12 fruits. Number 4, each day Habiba eats 10 crackers for a snack at school. On Friday, she drops 3 crackers and only eats 7. So each day she eats 10. But in one day, which is Friday, she eats only 7. She drops 3. Write and solve an equation to show the total number. The week has 7 days. We want to know the total number of crackers Habiba eat during the week. And we know that week has 7 days. So the total will be 10 times 7 equals 70. But don't forget, she dropped 3. So we will subtract 3 from 70. The total in the week 70, but she drops 3. So we will subtract 3 from 70. So 70 minus 3, 67 crackers. You can move back 3 steps before 70, 69, 68, and 67. Number 5, Layla buys 24 seeds. She has 5 pots. She wants to plant 3 seeds in each pot. How many more pots does Layla need to plant all of her seeds? The total number of seeds are what? 24. She wanted to put what? She wanted to put 3 seeds in each pot. So we will find here our pots. Each pot contains 3. We have 5 pots only. So she will put 3 in each pot. We will put 3 in each pot. So she needs what? She has the total 24 seeds divided by 3 seeds. So she need 8 pots. But she has only 5. So she need extra 3 pots. 8, which she needs 8 minus 5 that she has equal 3 pots. So she need also extra 3 pots. The connect part. Solve the problem below and show how you work. I have a bag with pens and markers inside. So I have a bag with pens and markers inside. Okay? The objects in my bag have a mass of 100 grams. So the total mass of pens and markers are 100 gram. There are 4 pens, each with a mass of 15 grams. How many markers do I have? If the marker has a mass of 20 grams. To know how to solve it, we will draw here a bag. This bag contains pens and markers. Okay, the total mass is 100. Okay, the total mass of this bag, pens and markers, 100. Okay, this total mass has pens here and markers here. The pens mass, we have 4 pens. Each pen has 15 kilogram, or its mass is 15 grams. So 4 pens times 15 grams equals 60 grams. And we know how to multiply it. We will put them in vertical way and we will start multiplying. So the total number, again, the total mass 100 gram. The pen's mass 60 gram, because 4 times 15, 60. We want to know now the marker's mass. If each marker, its mass is 20 grams. So the total mass of markers, I will subtract the mass of pens from the total mass, which is 100. Okay, because the total mass contains pens and markers. I know pens, but I don't know markers. So I will subtract 100 minus 60 equals 40 grams. So the mass of markers, 40 grams. Okay, but how many markers I have? I know that each marker has a mass 20. So the number of markers equals 40, which is the total mass, divided by 20. Divided by 20. Okay, if I don't know how to divide it, I can ask myself, 20 times what will give me 40? 40 contains how many 20s? Huh? 2 20s. So we have 2 markers. Or in division, I can cross this 0 and this 0. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Let's move to the apply part. Read the story problems and the student's solution. Figure out what the students did wrong. Okay? And then correctly solve the problem. Be sure to show your work. The first story problem, Hashim's family went on a 3-day road trip. On the first day, they drove 350 kilometers. So first day, 350 kilometers. Second day, 213 kilometers. Third day, 124 kilometers. Okay, so we have 3 days, and in each day they drove some kilometers, we know. In the last year on their road trip, they drove a total 432 kilometers. How many more kilometers did they drive on this trip? He wants to know how many more kilometers. So he wants how many more. This is a key word for what? For subtraction. He wants to know the difference between this year trip and the last year trip. Okay, Hashim's family drove 300 kilometers to 213 kilometers, 350 kilometers, 213 kilometers, and 124 kilometers on this road trip. The student did what? He added those numbers together, then added them to the last year trip. If I wanted to know the total distance they drove this year, I will add all of them. I will add first year with first day with second day and third day. Okay, and I wanted to know the difference between this, the total of this trip, and the total of the last trip. So I should add or subtract. I know now the total of the kilometers in this trip, and I want to know the difference between this trip and the last year trip. So I should add or subtract? Sure, I should subtract. So I will add the total numbers, kilometers for first day and second day and third day. All of them equals 687 kilometers. To know the difference between this trip and the last year trip, I should subtract. So 678 minus 432. We will subtract using ones with ones. Okay, 7 minus 2, 5. 8 minus 3, 5. 6 minus 4, 2 kilometers. What he did wrong, what the student did wrong. To know the difference between the two trips, we should subtract them, not add them. He added them, so it's wrong. Okay. Huda had 3 bags of candy. Each bag contained 4 pieces of candy. Also, she had 8 pieces of candy that were not in the bag. So she has 3 bags, inside each bag 4 pieces. And she has also 8 pieces of candy. They were out from the bag, not inside the bag. How much candy did Huda have in all? What should I do? I should know the total for them, so I should add all of them. The student solved what? Huda had 4 pieces of candy in all. I figured out what she had in the bag, and then I took away what she had. Should we take away? Should we take this away? Sure, no, I should add all of them. He wants to know what she has in all. So I will. To know the total, we should add them all, not subtract. So I have 3 bags, inside each bag 4, so 3 times 4 equal 20. Also, she has 8 candies. So we will add 8 candies with these 12 candies. Okay, equal 20 candy. Mrs. Mariam baked 24 chocolate chips cookies. She divided the cookies equally into 4 containers. So we have 24 chocolate cookies divided equally into 4. So we will divide 24 by 4 equals 6 cookies in each container. Then she baked more cookies so that she could put 4 more cookies in each container. We have 6 cookies here, and she put 4 more cookies in each container. So we will add 6 plus 4 equals 10 cookies in each container. So the total number in each container, 10 cookies. The student's answer is there are 7 cookies in each container. How can you get 7? He said 6 cookies from the first batch like this, and she made 1 cookies from the second batch. No, it's wrong. She added 4 more cookies to each container, not 4 for all containers. Okay? Number 3, Ahmed earned money for completing extra chores. He earned 8 LE per hour cleaning bedrooms. So he earned 8 LE per hour, okay? Per hour. He worked for 3 hours. So 8 times 3. Okay, 3 hours and 8 LE for each hour, so the total will be 24 LE. He also earned extra 16 for vacuuming the entire house. So we have 24 plus 16 equals 40 LE. He is asking me how much money did Ahmed earn in all. Okay, so in all he earned 24 plus 16 equals 40. Okay, but the student's answer here, Ahmed earned 24 by completing chores. He earned 8 LE cleaning the room, then 16 for vacuuming. No, we will not add 8 plus 16. No, we will add the total number, which 24 plus 16. So she forgot to multiply 8 times 3 to find the 24. Our math journal. Reflect on your learning about error analysis. Why error analysis is important part for mathematics. How can errors analysis help you to improve on work? When I have a story problem like this and I read the wrong answer, I want to analyze it. To analyze it, I should solve correct and move step by step with my story problem. So it helped me to understand my story problem and move step by step with it to find the correct answer. Now let's start with telling time. We studied it in grade 2 and our monster here will help us to remember it. We learned that we have 2 hands, short hand for hours and long hand for minutes. We have here very thin hand, which is for seconds, and it's optional to be found in our clock. Let's focus with short hand and long hand for hours and minutes. If we wanted to express the time or write the time in the digital form like this, we will look at shorthand. The shorthand reads the exact number, which is referring to. If the shorthand is referring to 3, we will write here in hours 3, here in the left. If it's referring to 6, we will write here in hours 6. And the long hand, when it's referring to a number, it will not read the exact number. If it's referring to 12, we will not write 12 here in minutes. No, it reads different numbers. We studied them in grade 2 and we said that in 12 it means 0, 0. And we can say it o'clock. And in 1 we read 5, then 10, then 15. And we had a song 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. And we know that the long hand, when it's referring to 5, it reads 25. When it's referring to 1, it reads 5. But from where we get these numbers? Between each number and the other one, we have 5 minutes. Our monitor here will tell us. Each number represents a group of 5 minutes that shows how many minutes have passed. So when the long hand looks at 12 and it moved to 1, it means 5 minutes have passed. So it means one group of 5 minutes have passed. So 1 means one group of 5. 5 times 1 equals 5. We studied it in the array. Yes, in array we studied it. And when it moved to number 2, it means 2 groups of 5. So 5 times 2 or 2 times 5 equals 10. And when it moved to 6, it means 6 groups of 5. So 6 times 5 equals 30. And in 9, 9 groups of 5. 5 times 9 equals 45. And when it reaches 12 again, it means 12 group of 5s. So 12 times 5 equals 60. So when it starts from 12, it begins at 0, 0. When it moves and go back to 12 again, it means 60 minutes have passed. So from here we get that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Now let's solve in our math book. Lesson 69, the connect part. Draw the time shown on the digital clock on the face above it. Clock face above it. I have here digital clock and analog face or analog clock here. Here I have in hours 4, so the shorthand will refer to 4 because shorthand is referring to hours. I have here 27 in minutes. So the long hand will refer to what? Do I have here a number which tell me 27? No. Let's say the song together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have 25 here and 30 here. I don't have 27. So what should I do? I know that between each two numbers I have 5 minutes. 5 dashes, okay? So after 25, 26, 27. So the long hand will be here. The next one I have in hours 5. So the shorthand will refer to 5. And in minutes I have 7. Do I have any number here refers to 7? Can tell me the 7 if the long hand refers to it? No. I have here 5, 10. I don't have 7. So 7 will be between them. So I have here 5, 6, 7. So the long hand will be between 1 and 2. The third one I have in hours 2. So the shorthand will refer to 2. Okay? And the long hand refers to 49. Which number here telling me 49? I don't have. I have in 9, if you sing the song, I have in 9, 45. And here 50. So 49 between them. It's before 50 by 1 dash. So it will be here. And you can complete the rest by yourself as a homework. Now let's move to the apply part. show your work in the first strategy to solve this story problem. Then you can solve by second strategy to find the result also. Number 1, the park has 150 trees. So the total trees in the park 152. Park means garden, they are the same, okay? So the total number of trees, 152. And there are 88 figs. Okay, 88 figs. And the rest are palm trees. So the park has the total 152. Some of them, 88 of them, are figs, and the rest will be palm. So how can I find the palm first? How can I find the palm? I will subtract 152 minus 88 to find the rest. Okay, 152 the total. And I have some of them, 88 of them, figs. How can I find the rest? The remainder, I will subtract them. I will find them 64. You can solve it by any way. We solved it many times in grade 2 and grade 3. You can put them horizontally. You can subtract ones and tens, and don't forget to borrow or regroup, okay? So I have 64 palm trees. Now he wants me to find how many more fig trees are there than palm. How many more than? It's a key word for what? A key word for subtraction. So I don't know the difference between them. I want to find the difference between fig trees and palm trees. So I will subtract 88, which are fig trees, minus 64, which are palm trees. The difference will be 24 fig trees. Okay, let's subtract ones with ones and tens with tens. We will find them 24. Now, if you understood this strategy, never mind, you don't need to find second strategy. It's just for refreshing your information or let you think more, okay? Let's find second strategy to solve this story problem. I can solve it in one step. I have here 2 steps, okay? And I can solve it in one step. I will subtract. You want me to find the difference between palm and fig. So I will subtract fig minus the palm. How to get the palm? I will subtract 152 minus 88. I can make it in one step only. And it will give me the same number. 88 minus this will give me 64, will be 24 fig trees. If you don't understand this, never mind. You just need to understand one strategy. But let's try to think more and more, okay? Number 2, the second story problem. There are 17 young crocodiles. And 19 adult crocodiles. Young, it means small, and adult means big, okay? They are the same. So I have 17 young and 19 adult. The crocodiles are placed equally into four areas, okay? I put all of them in 4 areas equally. So first I will add all of them to know the total. Okay, the total crocodiles are 17 young and 19 adult. All of them equal 36. They were placed equally in 4 areas. So I will distribute them equally into 4 areas. So 36 divided by 4 equals 9 crocodile in each area. Okay. Now let's find the second strategy to solve it in one step only. Okay, I will add the total crocodiles, I will add the young and the adult, then I will divide them by 4. So let's find what between brackets. Never forget, don't forget that between brackets, what between brackets I must solve first. I have here brackets, so I will add first. Both of them equal 36. Then I will divide them by 4 equals 9 crocodiles. Let's move to math journal. Reflect on your learning about solving complex story problems. The story problems which have more than one step, okay? Like what we did before. We have tried different strategies, applied different properties of each operation, shared our work with each other, and found and fixed errors. What have you learned and what has been successful for you? What do you still need to work on? You can fill this page by yourself. It's about what's easy for you and what is difficult for you. You can mention what you need here. Lesson 70, the connect part. Here we have some problems. We want to solve them. It's very easy, but you must know that what between brackets I must solve first. I have here 3 times 2. They are between brackets, so I will solve them first. Equals 6. 6 times what? Equals 36. 6 times what? 6 times 6. Okay. The next one. 8 times 3 times what? Equals 48. 8 times 3. They are between two brackets, so I will solve them first. 8 times 3 equals 24. 24 times what? Equals 48. 24 times what? Equals 48. If you think, you will find here that 1 has 4. It became 8. So I multiplied 4 by what? By 2. And 2 here became 4. I multiplied 2 by what? By 2. So it's 2. Okay, the next one, you can solve this as a homework for you. It's very easy, very easy. Okay, you can solve it by yourself. Here, the last one, 2 times what? Times 5 times what? Equals 50. I don't know what between brackets here, but I know that this is associative property. I can multiply, the order is not important, so I can multiply them. 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 times what? Equals 50. 10 times what here? 5. Yes, sure. And you can complete by yourself. Here in lesson 70, the apply part, he wants you to write and solve two-step story problem. I'll give you an example here. We will solve together. Ahmed has 3 apples and Omar has 2 oranges. So they put their fruits together in a plate to eat. Don't complete. Focus with me. Ahmed has 3 and Omar has 2. They put their fruit together. So the plate has what now? 3 plus 2 equals 5, right? Okay. This is the step 1. If they cut each fruit into 2 parts, we have now 5 fruits. They cut the 5 fruits, each one into 2 parts. How many the total parts do they have? Each one from these 5 will be 2 parts. So I will multiply 5 times 2 equals 10 parts. This is the step number 2. So I have here a story problem in 2 steps, okay? You can write another one by yourself. Thank you and goodbye.